guys, welcome back to another Lightning Collection review. Now, before I get into this, if you enjoy the Lightning Collection and anything and everything Power Ranger figures, why not hit that subscribe button and enable them notifications for some funky new videos. Now, this is the last set of Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures that I will be reviewing. There's a possibility I may go back to some old ones, but for now, this is the final thing that is released in the UK, and we just don't know what's going to happen going forward. But I had this shipped over from the US because it was on sale on Hasbro Pulse US, and it was like $70, and then a friend sent it over for me. So a massive thank you to Zero to Hero for sending this over. Really appreciate it. They have a nice little podcast going, so go and check them out. So we'll get into the review anyway, and here is the front of the box. Really nice comic book style artwork on the front there. Obviously it is a big box because we're expecting 4 figures inside. I have busted this open and have had a little look and a play around with the figures, and they are really nice. So I'm excited to show you these. But on the front we can see that at this point we are still plastic free, with a nice bit of artwork on the front, Power Rangers Lightning Collection logo by Boom Studios, and these are the Omega Rangers. Taking a look at the rest of the box, we've got our Lightning Collection logo at the top, telling us we're getting some Omega Rangers inside, showing off some really nice helmet, and showing us what we get inside the box. So there's a lot of little accessories there. It's not too much where it's kind of affecting the price point, but we get an extra set of hands for each of them. They get their weapon and an effect piece. So not a whole lot, but there's enough in there. Obviously there is 4 figures, so we just have to bear that in mind. So here's the Red Ranger, busting him out of the box. Really nice figure. Now the story behind it was that they left for this peace conference, and it turned out there wasn't actually a peace conference, and they ended up becoming the Omega Rangers. So if you haven't read the comics, a little bit of background, but not too much where it's going to ruin anything for you. Now I'm not 100% clued up on the comics because I'm very behind, but I do enjoy the storyline. So these look really nice as to what you would expect from the comic books. The helmet on there looks really nice. The details on there are very good. I like sort of the gunmetal colour on there with the gold, looks really good. So there's no paint mishaps or anything like that on any of these figures. I was quite lucky, and everything sits nicely as it should. And the structure on this video is going to be a little bit different to usual, just because there is 4 figures. So here are his accessories. He does come equipped with 2 grab hands and then 2 closed fists in with the box. You can see one of them's got the nice strap for the hand on there as well. Obviously I've switched these around because I have been playing with them. And he does come with his little sword. There's not a whole lot to it, and to be honest, this gives me kind of basic Beast Morpher figures vibes. There is a bit of a chip on my one there, unfortunately, but I am going to cover it with the effect piece. So they all come with their own effect piece, which this one just slides in between these funky little bits and holds on quite nicely, and we can just slide that straight into his hand. And of course you can swap out the heads, so we have seen a lot of people been doing this, and it's not something that I would be displaying my figures like. So we can pop the head off of there, bring in our Jason from the Power Swap 2-pack. As I said, not really a fan of this head sculpt, so it's just more to show you what it looks like, but his head just looks too much of a P. I'm not going to force it on just because it's going to be a pain to get it back on, but it does look very small, and like I say, not really a fan of that head sculpt. So these helmets are something that I've been wanting for quite some time, so there is no way that I'm going to be displaying it with those poor head sculpts, I'm afraid. But you can do it, as you would expect from anything on the Lightning Collection. Okay, and then we've got the Omega Yellow Ranger. So this is Trini, looking really nice. She is what you would expect. She's basically a female version of the red figure. So the diamond in the chest is looking really nice. I like the yellow and how that pops. Mine is unfortunately a little bit wobbly on the head, as you can see, but it is whatever. I'm not going to worry too much about that. And again, she comes with 2 closed fists and 2 grab hands, one of them with the little strap on there. She also comes with a hammer, so this is actually really nice, but it's quite heavy for the figure. Obviously being a female body mold, she is a little bit thinner, so unfortunately my one is a little bit looser as well. So once you've got that, plus this nice effect piece which goes on the end of the hammer, it does get quite heavy, so I do just rest mine on the floor. I should imagine if you was able to get some sort of good center of gravity on there, it probably would balance, but it does obviously have a flat bit on the bottom so you can put it there. She does hold it okay, but like I said, she's not going to hold it up because it's so heavy. And unfortunately, I'm not very good at posing that, so she does kind of just lean on it to keep her up. And next up, we've got a Blue Ranger. So she comes with her little staff, or is it a trident? I can't remember what they're called. But really nice blue color. The gold against it looks absolutely gorgeous. She does come with an effect piece as well and her sets of hands. So again, same set of hands that we've seen there already. She does come with an effect piece as well. So here's her lightning effect piece. This is something we've seen before, and it is a bit of a pain in the bum to get on and off. It does tend to come quite commonly with female figures from the Lightning Collection. She does look cool, but she is a bit loose, so I have had to put her on a little stand there as well, and it just helps her balance a little bit. And lastly, we've got our Omega Black Ranger. This is Zach, and he does look really, really nice. I didn't want to unpose this, I'm not going to lie, because I was really, really happy with how I had him. And you can see there the effect pieces are nice. They do just slide on and off of the weapon. The weapon looks cool, and the chains look decent. This is probably my favourite one out of all of them, to be honest. But I love the black against the gold. Just looks really, really nice, especially when he's posed there. Great little figure. Very, very happy with him. And moving on to some articulation, so I'll just do the male and the female, just because there's no point in doing all four of them, they're all the same. So starting at the top, her head does do a full 360, but the neck joint does move as well, so just bear that in mind, be a little bit careful. These shoulder pads are a separate piece, but they are in there, so just bear that in mind that you're not going to be able to pull them off either. Obviously that is restricting the arm quite a bit, but it's not too bad. She does have upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows being on the new body, full 360 on the wrist, and then whatever up and down it allows, which I believe are all the same for this one. She does have her upper body section on a ball joint with some ab crunch in there as well. She does have drop down hips, which I don't like, I'm not going to lie. Upper thigh rotation if they're not too stiff. We have got double jointed pinless knees. Rotation at the cut of the boot, and the ankle is on a rocker and does go up and down. And this is practically the same for the men, so we've got full 360 on the helmet. It does look up quite a nice amount, not so much down. Like I said, our neck seems to be on a separate joint, so just be a little bit careful if you're going to pull the heads on and off. The arms do go up quite a nice amount, come back down. Got upper bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows, again same on the wrist, uppy and a downy, turny. The upper body is on a ball. We do have some ab crunch in there as well. We've got the drop down hips, as you can see there. Upper thigh rotation, double jointed pinless knees, cut at the boot, and then up and down, and a little rocker on the ankle. So again, nothing new. It's what you'd expect. Nice pinless set of figures. Usually at this point I would go to more of a comparison part of the video, but I actually just wanted to use this to show my Boom Studios shelf. I'm very, very happy with it. I really, really like it. So obviously we've got Evo 3 Draken taking a spotlight there, a couple of sentries, some helmets on the floor. We've got the Ranger Slayer on that side, we've got the other Draken. Just a couple of characters I put in there because they played a nice little part in some of the comics. I actually just wanted to put those in there. Nice Psycho Green, it's really cool. And then of course we've got our normal Rangers on there. So we've got the new Omega Rangers taking the spotlight at the front, and then I've put the Power Swap 2-pack at the back. So if you want to just kind of get a rough comparison, then there you go. But I actually just wanted to use this time to show off my Boom Studios shelf because I just can't imagine I'm going to get anything more to go on it. And I'm very, very happy with that. Okay, moving on to the final thoughts. So a really, really nice pack of figures that we've got here. Obviously, all four do come in a packet, so you've got to bear that in mind when you're looking at the price point. The figures are very well sculpted. They obviously do come on a new body mold. The gold pops really well. I got no issues with any of these figures. I really, really enjoyed playing around with these. The artwork on the box looks like it's straight out of the comic, and I did just grab these just to ensure that I was going to get them. I was really hoping that they weren't going to keep being pushed back, but with the issues that we've had in the UK with the Dino Thunder Black Ranger, I really, really didn't want to risk it, so I've just grabbed these and got them sent over. So again, massive thanks to Zio to Hero for sending these over for me. I really appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Is this something you've picked up? Are you hoping and keeping your fingers crossed that they are going to show on Hasbro Pulse in the UK? Or is it something you already enjoy? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. I do have more stuff coming very, very soon. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.